Hey guys, what's going on? It's another idol. We are back inside of Destiny, and last night Zer was on Instagram revealing some of the new exotics that are coming with the Taken King. So we're going to take a look over them and see what's new, see some initial thoughts, and see if these are the sorts of exotics that we should be going for early on within the Taken King. So up first we have the Empyrean Bellicose, which is an exotic Titan helmet. It looks pretty cool. It's got like these cogs in the visor and stuff, and aesthetically it looks like a very interesting Titan helmet. It kind of has a Helm of Saint 14 vibe to it, and the description on this helmet is: this barely understood Golden Age technology once held aloft the floating gardens of Pomona Mons. Now it's stopping bullets. That's not all the information we have here. We have some of the perks. It seems like Titans are going to be getting Angel of Light, whilst orbs collected while your super is full will recharge your melee ability. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of Angel of Light. It's a pretty useless perk. I'm not quite sure why Bungie have done this, but cross-perk exotics are interesting to say the least. I think the most useful that this helmet is going to be is in regards to the orbs collected when your super is full, we recharge your melee ability perk. But apart from that, I'm not really excited about this helmet. It looks pretty cool, but the perks aren't something that I'm going to be going for on my Titan. Up next, we have an exotic shotgun called the Chaperone, and the description on this is: my mother had a shotgun we called the Chaperone, kept us alive out there before we got to the city, Amanda Holiday. So the Chaperone is an exotic shotgun that fires a single slug shot and grants an agility boost when equipped. Your precision kills will grant a brief increase to handling, range, rate of fire, and stability. Now, this is obviously a last word style shotgun. I think this looks really cool, and the perks on it are something that could make this potentially really overpowered, but very interesting. Definitely going to be going for this one as soon as I can. This gun looks incredible, and the perks on it sound really, really interesting. I'd imagine it's going to be pretty hard to use with this single slug shot, but man, I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this weapon. Up next, we have some Warlock robes. This one is called the Alchemist raiment, and the description on this is: to reshape the world piece by piece, thought by thought. All it takes is a little reshuffling of particles. Looking at this chest piece, it looks interesting to say the least. I'm hoping that this blue-green sort of pattern on the chest kind of transitions between different colours, much like the Insurmountable School Fort with the Daft Punk sort of helmet look. I'm hoping that this will have kind of like a Daft Punk chest sort of look to it. The perks on this are: collecting primary ammo will give you a chance to gain Glimmer. Orbs collected when your super is full recharge your grenades and melee. Now, this is a very, very interesting chest piece. Collecting primary ammo will give you a chance to gain Glimmer. This kind of gives it a utility exotic feel. How much Glimmer that you're going to be getting from collecting primary ammo boxes, I do not know. I would imagine it would probably be around 50 to 100 Glimmer per ammo box. I can't imagine it being any higher than that. But this is kind of like an exotic that will aid you in Glimmer farming. So maybe Bungie are hinting that there are going to be more uses for Glimmer within the Taken King. It would make sense. Glimmer's not really used for much outside of reforging, etc. So very, very interesting. And the orbs collected when your super is full is an amazing perk. The amount of times I run around as a Sunsinger with Fireborn on, and I don't get the chance to use my super because I'm saving it, but all of these other orbs go wasted. This gives me now a chance to use them effectively by using grenades and melee that have recharged. Overall, I'll be looking out for it and picking it up when it's available, or, you know, gaining it through RNG, but I'm pretty happy with this so far. Up next, we've got a exotic fusion rifle called Telesto. This is probably my favorite looking piece that has been revealed so far. The description on this is: vestiges of the Queen's Harbingers yet linger among Saturn's moons. Telesto is actually the name of one of Saturn's moons, so that's probably the influence behind this weapon. The perks on this weapon are the following: the fusion rifle will attach projectiles to your foes and detonate with a delayed void blast. Multi-kills with this weapon will drop orbs for your allies. This seems to be a more PvP focused exotic fusion rifle with the multi-kill perk. I'm very interested to see how big of a delay that these projectiles have and how this will generally function. I think these are very interesting perks and could bring back fusion rifles within the PvP arena in a big way. I think it's safe to say that this fusion rifle will have a void burn on it, with the delayed void blast being mentioned within the perks. Overall, I think that the aesthetic of this weapon is the most pleasing thing so far. I think that this looks like a very slick weapon. Up next, we've got some exotic hunter gauntlets called the sealed Ahamkara grasps. This now means that hunters have 2 Ahamkara gauntlet exotics. They currently have young Ahamkara spine, and they are going to be gaining sealed Ahamkara grips within the Taken King. So the description of these is: plating the Ahamkara bones in silver helped to quiet the auditory hallucinations, O bearer of mine. The perks on these are they will provide you with an additional melee charge, and your melee damage will have a chance to reload your primary weapon. Now, these seem really overpowered looking at a first glance. Will gunslingers get a third throwing knife? I don't think they will, but it's definitely on the cards at this point. There's going to be 2 blink strikes now, so I'm hoping that Bungie have sorted out the backstab issue, because that could become rampant. If you don't know about the backstab issue, it procs from the front or from the side. It doesn't necessarily proc all the time from the back. What's also interesting is that this is going to enable the Night Stalker class to have 2 smoke bombs. So until I know more about that class and I've actually played it, I don't know how that's going to affect the gameplay entirely, but it's probably going to work in a very positive way. And the last exotic reveal was, of course, the Sleeper Simulant. This is now Bungie's flagship weapon going into the Taken King. Much like the Yalahorn was going into Destiny, the Sleeper Simulant seems to be the new weapon that Bungie are pushing to replace, I say in air quotes, the Yalahorn. We now know a little bit more about this weapon. The description is subroutine Ikelos, status equals complete, midnight exigent, status equals still in progress. Not entirely sure what that means, but I'm sure all will be revealed in the lore and possibly in the Grimoire card that comes along with this weapon. And the perks are a fusion rifle equipped in your heavy slot. The weapon's laser tears through enemies and ricochets on hard surfaces. So it seems like this is going to be a much heavier fusion rifle, possibly like a line rifle type weapon, which we kind of already knew anyway, but it seems that with the ricochets on hard surfaces perk, it's going to act much like the hard light, where bullets ricochet off of hard surfaces. Now, we've not really seen that much of the Sleeper Simulant in terms of gameplay. We've seen a little bit, but I'm not quite sure what to think of this weapon. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks very put together, which is kind of the whole point, as this is the weapon that you have to find all the pieces for yourself. There are 50 pieces scattered around the Dreadnought, I do believe, and you have to find each piece and able to get this weapon. So it's going to be a bit of a mass treasure hunt to find all of the pieces, and I can imagine that these pieces aren't going to be found for a while. But what I can guarantee is that there are going to be lots of YouTube videos detailing on where to find these pieces, if they are static within the Destiny universe. I'd imagine they would be. I'd also imagine that some of them might be down to RNG, so it adds an extra element of treasure hunting to the game overall. So that's all from me today, guys. It's just a quick video going over what was revealed by Xur on Instagram last night. Overall, I think there are some pretty interesting looking exotics coming to the game, but there are also some seemingly useless ones coming to the game as well. As with a lot of the exotics that came with the vanilla game and the 2 DLCs, we're going to get those exotics that are never going to be used and are seemingly useless regardless. So it's just a case of expecting them. They will come within the Taken King. Not every exotic is going to be for everybody, and not every exotic is going to be used as much as Bungie thinks. So again, thank you very much for watching, guys. That's all from me, and I'll see you next time back inside of Destiny.